Marco Rubio, I caught up with him last night at a campaign rally where, well, the crowds were there, the passion was there. The question, of course, being in that crowd, whether voters are there. Take a look. Senator, good to see you.
Good to see you.
All right. Just a few friends?
I feel good. I feel great about it.
Yeah. I get this all the time.
Yeah, they're here for you.
Right.
They're not here for me.
You've seen these latest polls. They look pretty good for you. Obviously, it didn't hurt Donald Trump not appearing at the debate, but it did hurt Ted Cruz. You rose a little bit. You're very close to second in this state. Do you think you can win it?
Well, look, I think we're going to do the best we can. We'll see what it leads to. I think Ted's still the front runner. I mean, he has 10,000 volunteers. Every endorsement in Iowa he wanted, he got. He's got a huge army of people. He says the historic ground game. His campaign's been predicting victory now for weeks. So
he doesn't win, is it more deleterious to him?
Sure. I mean, he's the front runner here. I mean, he's certainly made Iowa a priority, and so we're working hard to kind of close that gap as much as we can. And
but
we
I
feel
noticed
really good about the energy.
I'm sorry. His attack ads, particularly on you. If we're to look at this Des Moines Register poll, and it's posts a good chunk of it after the debate, does not appear to be hurting you. What do you read into that?
You know, again, he's pivoted all of his attack ads against me. So obviously he's seeing something that concerns him, and that's fine. You have a right to do that in your campaign. His latest attack ad is quite frankly deceitful because he's clipping my statement. He cut it in half, which is something Charlie.
You can't miss it while you're in this state, by the way. They play every other minute.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate because he clips my statement in half to make it sound like I'm for cap and trade. He doesn't carry the second half.
Bottom line, it doesn't seem to be resonating.
No, and it won't. Look, we've had $30 million of attack ads run against me alone. Jeb Bush's super PAC spent like $25 million on TV, not to mention mail. I think people know what the deal is, and I think we're going to have good support. Look, they're saying as long as they don't say polo.
All right, so all of a sudden now you do well in Iowa. You could play second. Who knows? You could win. There's an argument that says Cruz and Trump battle it out, and you run up the middle. What do you think?
Well, look, I don't know about that. I think we're going to finish strong here. I feel good about it, and obviously...
Would anything less than third disappoint you?
Well, we just want to do the best we can.
Right.
We really haven't set any expectation about a specific position. Well, we want to do well there, too, and I think, obviously, when we come out of here, I think we'll have momentum. We'll build on it in New Hampshire. We're going to go right after we're done here that night. We're getting on an airplane. We'll be in New Hampshire early the next morning to get to work.
Now, when you look at your momentum, do you also look at the other side? Bernie Sanders now within 3 points of Hillary Clinton in this state. He had once trailed close to 30 points in New Hampshire. He's lapping her. Only the polls, and they're subject to change, as you often remind me. Well, have you ever thought if you were the Republican nominee, Senator, you'd be facing Bernie Sanders, not Hillary Clinton?
Look, the Democratic Party, one of the underreported stories in American politics is that the Democratic Party has been taken over by a radical left-wing element in that party. And that's what Bernie represents, and I think that's what Hillary's chasing after as well. So no matter who the nominee is, for the Democrats, I'll win, and they know it. That's why the Democrats spend more time attacking me than they do any other Republican. And I'll unify the Republican Party. I will grow the conservative movement. We're going to go out and reach out to people that haven't voted for us before and convince them that conservatism is the right approach for our country.
But do you need the field to clear, Senator? I mean, there are like-minded. There's the Chris Christie's, the Jeb Bushes, the idea that all of you guys, for want of a better term, have to sort it out.
Yeah, that's going to happen eventually. I mean, there won't be 11 people in this race 2 months from now. It'll happen. And we know we're going to be one of them that'll still be in it. We feel good about our chances then, but we feel really great about what's happening now. I mean, we keep working hard and we keep growing every day. We feel great about it.
Real quickly, we have more information on the Hillary Clinton emails that seem to look a lot worse than thought. A lot of them can't be released, as you know, because they're top secret. Her camp has been arguing at the time they were not that way. Bottom line, it's hurt her trust factor even in these latest polls. What do you make of that, and how bad this is getting?
That she's disqualified from being president of the United States. She exposed sensitive and classified information to foreign intelligence agencies because she thinks she's above the law.
Well, now, that was never deliberate, she says. It accidentally happened.
Listen, I see classified information all the time. There's no way you can't look at that and realize that it's classified. There's just no way. Even if it's not marked, you can tell oftentimes.
How can you tell?
There's just all kinds of markers on there that indicate that, and people should know. She should have known at a minimum. Even if she didn't know it was classified, she should have known it was sensitive.
You think the White House is distancing itself from it?
Well, I don't know what the White House is doing. I can tell you, I believe she's in a lot of trouble. No one's above above the law. And I said the other night, if she's president, she may have to pardon herself.
Yeah, that was a good line. Do you get a sense, we also had reports the economy slowing down in the last quarter, and the market, of course, has been volatile. We touched on it in a Fox Business debate. Do you get a sense that, let's say you become president, you're becoming president in the middle of a recession?
Yeah, but much of it is created by this economic policies of this president. We're in a global economy. We have to be globally competitive. We cannot be globally competitive with an EPA that's out of control, with a national debt for which there is no plan, holding back our energy resources, Obamacare, taxes that are too high in comparison to other countries. That's what's holding us back. The American economy is ready to go. We just have to get President Obama out of the way.
All right, finally, the mood and staying in this. It is a arduous process. I was even joking with you. How do you remember the town you're in on a given time? But I was talking to a lot of Iowan senators that, you know, we love all these guys, but we're glad when they go because we're sick of their commercials.
Yeah, I understand. Well, you know, there are 2 more days left, 48 more hours.
Right.
And or less now at this point. And we feel great about it. And it's been a great privilege to be a part of this process.